Great Britain apparently wants to postpone import checks for the fourth time. The supply chains burdened by the Ukraine war should not be additionally burdened, they say. According to a report, the British government now wants to delay the introduction of Brexit checks for imports from the EU once again. This would be the fourth shift, the daily newspaper Guardian reported on Thursday. The Minister for Brexit Opportunities, Jacob Rees-Mogg, is said to want to justify the measure with the fact that the supply chains, which have already come under pressure from the Ukraine war, should not be additionally burdened. So he's admitting Brexit is a burden. Today's decision will allow UK businesses to focus on their recovery from the pandemic, managing global supply chain issues, and ensuring new costs are not passed on to consumers, Minister responsible Jacob Rees-Mogg said. He also referred to the Ukraine war, which is currently a heavy burden for companies. The government has therefore concluded that it does not want to impose new administrative requirements on companies, which they then pass on to consumers. In March, inflation in the UK has reached 6.2%. In April, basic rate household energy prices rose more than 50%, and social security contributions rose significantly. The government said it will now examine how best to implement remaining checks to smooth the process. A new plan will be published later this year, and new check regulations will come into force at the end of 2023. The checks that are now not being introduced include sanitary and phytosanitary checks at the border, as well as security declarations and restrictions on the import of chilled meat. The decision could cost the government up to £1 billion. Hilary Benn, co-chair of the UK's Trade and Business Commission, said the move was an admission that tariff checks would worsen the cost of living crisis, while UK exporters were still dealing with additional checks and stuff. It's extraordinary that UK imports are being favoured over UK exports to the EU, and this only underscores the trade barriers erected by their flimsy Brexit deal, Benn said. Despite a far-reaching trade pact between Great Britain and the EU, new checks, certificates and a lot of bureaucracy have become necessary since Brexit. London is gradually introducing them. Meat should be checked accordingly from July, and dairy products, among other things, from autumn. Yeah, that was the thing so far. Unnamed industry sources told The Guardian neither the technology nor the infrastructure is ready for the next level of Brexit checks. A few weeks ago, among other things, a breakdown in a Brexit IT system caused traffic jams in front of the English Channel. In addition, there are fears that smaller EU companies that sell cheese or olive oil from Spain or Italy, for example, are not prepared for the additional bureaucracy. But we hear that nothing is prepared so far in the UK, so it's not the Ukraine war, it's the unprepared government. And I'll see you in my next video. Bis gleich.